got back from a 2-month trip to Japan, and this was actually the longest I have ever been out of the country. And of course, on the trip, I wanted to document the whole experience. I wanted to take portraits, I wanted to do street photography, and I also wanted to vlog and film myself. When I travel, ideally, I want to be as light as possible. So let's go over the cameras that I chose, the accessories, and of course, the bag that brings a lot of this together. So first we have the Fuji X100V. This is my first Fujifilm camera, and what's unique about these cameras is that you can basically input custom settings called Fujifilm recipes, and the camera is gonna emulate film, and you basically get an unlimited amount of color options right out of camera. What I really love about the experience of using this camera is that once you find a Fujifilm recipe that you love, the images right out of the camera just have a feeling to them. I actually don't do any editing on these photos at all. I shoot all of this JPEG, I find a Fujifilm recipe that I'm attached to, and then I'm good to go. Now I've added 2 accessories to this camera, and that is the Black Promise 1/8 filter. And before this trip, I picked up the GodoxIT 30 Pro. Now I got this because I really like using flash for portrait photography. And I do like the built-in flash of the Fuji, but the recycle time can be a little slow. So I wanted something a little more powerful so that I could keep firing and not miss any shots. Now I've only been using this flash for about 2 months now, but I've really been enjoying it. And this camera worked out perfectly for the trip. In fact, this camera is just on me every single day. Next, we have the Osmo Pocket 3. Now, few cameras have changed my life in the way this camera has. It truly is a pocket-sized camera. It can shoot 4K 10-bit log, which is really all I need to color grade the footage in the way that I like to. And then I also have some other accessories that are also very light. And that includes a crab claw. This is a clamp that allows me to just mount my camera in so many different ways to get creative and very unique shots. Really good for travel. And then I also have this tripod setup, which is basically a Insta360 selfie stick, and then I attach it to tripod legs for one of my gimbals. This is a very compact setup that I use all the time. Next, we have my Sony FX3. Now, this camera is not on my hip all day. I don't bring this camera around, but this camera stays at my hotel or my Airbnb, and I use it to film my talking head portions of my YouTube videos. I'm pairing the FX3 with the Sony 16mm 1.8. It's a very compact lens, and I'm really enjoying the focal length of a 16mm. And of course, going down to 1.8 is a dream. So when it comes to ND filters, I usually use screw-on filters that go on the lens to balance my exposure. But I actually got this very tiny ND that goes over the sensor of the FX3, and it's by a brand called Kolari. And this allows me to have the closest thing to a built-in ND to this camera, and it keeps the footprint of everything exactly the same because it just goes directly on top of the sensor. Now I know I could be a little more minimal and leave the FX3 at home because the Pocket 3 is also a great vlogging camera, but I do prefer using the FX3 for the talking head portions at least. But I use the Pocket 3 for all my B-roll, filming myself, and pretty much just everything else. So as for audio, I'm using the Rode VideoMic Go 2, and this is like $100 mic, and it's worked out pretty well so far. I've had it for a couple years, but I didn't really start using it a ton until this trip. It sounds pretty good to me. I've used it on the past 3 to 4 YouTube videos, and I've gotten pretty good results. Another audio solution that I brought was the DJI Mic 2s. Now these are very small and powerful lav mics, and you can even get smaller ones now. I think there's like mic minis now, and these are great to just clip on me and get some good audio wherever I am. It's 32-bit float, so I can recover the levels no matter what's going on, and I can record internally. And again, I film most of my audio where I'm talking to the camera with a boom mic indoors, but the lav is a great solution to just have with you if you're just out and about and you're that person that wants to capture good audio on the go. I'm not really there yet. I like to be in a more confined space and get my audio, but the quality of these mics are really great, and they can connect directly to the Pocket 3. Now the tripod that I'm using for this setup is actually a micro tripod by Sirui, and I never really saw the need for a tabletop tripod because I'm so used to the taller tripods where you can get that eye level shot. But part of traveling and vlogging on the go is using your surroundings to get the shot that you need. And despite feeling limited with this tripod, I actually found a lot of great places to just set up my camera and capture my content. Now let me show you another tripod made by Freewell. So in a couple videos back, I was reviewing their macro lens for the Pocket 3, and we got some really crazy effects using those lenses. Now this time, they sent me their 5-in-1 tripod to review. And like I said, this tripod is a tabletop tripod, but it's also a monopod. It's also a standard tripod. It can be a trekking pole. And for all of the iPhone filmmakers, you can use the base plate to mount your phone. This tripod is extremely modular. You can literally unscrew, disassemble, and reassemble it into all of these different forms. So you truly have 5 different setups in one tripod. I definitely see this extremely useful for creators. And then of course, it's also an amazing option for people who travel because you can break it down all the way and pack it down into your suitcase. All right, let's talk about the bag that I'm using on the go. This is the bag that's on me daily, and of course, it was on me during this entire trip. This is a crossbody bag by VSGO, and I've been using it for the past 3 years. This thing is so beat up, so scratched up, but it truly has been my ride or die. I pack in my Pocket 3, all the accessories that I need for it, and then other essentials like my wallet and my passport. You can get different dividers for the center camera compartment, but I just took those dividers out to just have a completely empty bag and more space to work with. Now this bag sold me on 2 features, and that was the tripod strap. On the very bottom, you can fit a micro tripod and just have your tripod on you all day. My favorite part about this bag is that it comes with this black magnetic coin that just comes right off, and it becomes the tool you need to screw on your tripod plate. So you don't need to go grabbing for your keys or find a different coin because you just have one built into the bag. Really cool feature. So that is all the gear that I travel with. All of the links will be in the description. Everything in this video I purchased myself except for the Freewell tripod that was sent to me to review. But I do think it's a very unique option for people. If you are also a hybrid shooter, definitely share your travel setup so I can get some ideas and learn from you guys as well. The only thing I feel like I want to change would be having one of those Sony A7 C2s, I think they are. I saw those a ton on the trip, and they look like amazing compact cameras. Even though the FX3 is considered a small camera, those new compact Sonys look really good. But I don't want to buy another camera. Thanks for watching. Peace.